don't come for me because this video is actually being uploaded after Christmas, but I was doing things so I couldn't edit it. But at the very end, I am gonna put a few of my videos that were some of my favorites from this holiday season. And if you don't already know me, my name is Sandra. I'm a former professional dancer and I talk about social media and style. And I thought that it would be fun to do a get ready with me video for Christmas Eve. And like I said before, my apologies for not posting it sooner. What I am putting in my hair right now is called Cream of Nature. It's argan oil from Morocco. It's a strength and shine leave-in conditioner and it smells delicious. Not edible, but definitely smells divine. If you haven't seen some of my recent videos, I've been talking about how dry my hair has been since I've moved from Los Angeles to Lyon, France. And my hair actually feels a little bit thinner as well. As you can see, like I'm using this brush to like comb out all of the little tangles in my hair. And a long time ago, my hair used to be super lush and long, and maybe it's just a lot of the damage that I've done to my hair over the years with performance and different styles for being on set and things like that. But now it just, and actually I have to admit, I have straightened my hair a lot. So all of the heat damage as well, just kind of like when I comb it, you can see it goes from like wavy to like immediately straight. So I have just been trying to find something that's going to volumize my hair a little bit, even though I do still straighten it, and also get rid of what I consider to have like really dry scalp. I have tried a few different products from Typology and I've always been looking for a really good leave-in conditioner. This is the latest one that I've been trying, so so far so good. It does smell good. It felt like it was giving my hair a little bit more moisture from the oils in it, so feel free to give it a try. So for this evening, we really didn't have too much planned except for wrapping presents for my daughters and actually preparing the Mont d'Or. That was the cheese that my husband and I were going to melt with some potatoes, some roasted potatoes, onions, and some really great French bread, of course. It's so funny because when I say French bread, it immediately throws me back to the US because every single time I would say French bread, my husband would say, "That is not French bread." So if you are ever in the presence of Frenchmen or French women, they will not think that the French bread in the US is the exact same as French bread in France, because bread is bread. In France, it is not French bread. And the bread that we call French bread that you get at the grocery store in the US is definitely not exactly the same. It kind of reminds you of like a very like spongy bread. Sometimes at the end, like at the beginning of like the grocery aisle where you are checking out, it's like on the little kiosk or on the little side, like last minute kind of like condiments or gifts or snacks kind of a thing. You like take the bread on your way out. So that's not the French bread that I'm talking about. We went to the boulangerie here in France and got some really great bread to do the deed. Now, as you can see, I am really brushing this hair through. I don't know if you do this, but I always do this. Answer in the comments if you do. I always brush my hair on one side and then flip it over to the other side. I don't know why I'm doing this because it is combed on or brushed on one side, so I definitely know that the tangles are gone, but then I always flip it to the other side. Do you do this? Am I the only one? Why did I learn how to do this? I'm not quite sure. I always go to the side, to the other side, through the front, like front, back part of the middle. I don't know what I do, but it is just, maybe it's soothing for my scalp? I'm not sure. I know that sometimes I do this because I scrub my head with the brush, which gets a lot of the tangles out. This is the mask that you saw in the very beginning that I'm gonna use on my face. I'm pretty sure I got this at either the Sephora or through my Ipsy subscription box. I'm not quite sure because I brought so many different things with me to Lyon, but this is the face mask. It's called, it's actually a mask sheet that they are calling I'm Red Wine, and which is so fitting for me being in France. To use a mask that's called I'm Red Wine. I love red wine. Tell me in the comments if you are a red or a white wine drinker and which one you like the best, or if you're a non-drinker, that's totally fine too. Tell me what your favorite non-alcoholic drink is as well. This one was a little tricky. I've actually tried a few different face masks or sheet masks, and I couldn't seem to find the nose. of this mask. So as you can see, it is not on my nose. I think it is actually hidden underneath. But this is by Tony Moly, Tonymoly, if you're gonna look it up for yourself. And this one actually has a lot of writing on it that I could not understand on the back because I don't speak this language. But in the directions it says to tear it open, apply to the face, leave it on for 20 to 30 minutes, and then remove it. I thought that it smelled great. Sometimes when you do a sheet mask, you kind of feel like, I don't know what's in here, but at least it didn't smell like red wine. Like I didn't feel like I was putting red wine on my face. I don't know if there's an actual benefit to putting any sort of wines on your face, but maybe some of the beauty brands can chime in here if you have any sort of research on whether or not that's a good or bad thing. I think this is just branding, but I'm not quite sure. I always love putting a mask on and then doing other things. So if you're looking for productivity while actually doing some skincare, this is a great thing to do. If you forget to do your skincare every once in a while, throwing on a sheet mask and then going ahead and doing some other things. I don't know what it is, but I like to wave the air onto my face because it just feels so soothing, and the fresh air just makes it feel very crisp and cold and clean on your face. So if you ever feel like this, sometimes people don't use sheet masks. They actually use the masks that set and they harden on your face. Look at me, I'm feeling so free, so frisky because it's Christmas Eve. And then of course I had to go back again and start doing my hair. So I don't know I think I'm just a little hair obsessed sometimes because I haven't been able to do my hair in the cold winter weather here in Lyon. I don't know about you, but I moved from LA. Right now they are enjoying 60 to 70 degree weather, and we are over here bouncing back and forth from the low, I would say 29s to the 41s. And so yes, this is so good to take it off and you feel that instant refresh. Oh yeah, the glow. I don't know if you see the glow, but I felt the glow instantly for this one. And of course I had to put on my Versed headband because I'm getting into makeup mode. Versed has a lot of skincare as well, so if you ever want to check them out, definitely go to their website. It's Versed is the brand. And they were so kind in sending me this very, very cute pink headband. And again, the hand air fans are going to town. But I always love taking the sheet mask off because it makes me just feel very I have the moist skin, I am dewy, I am glowy. What's your favorite word for how you feel when you take off a sheet mask? Because dewy and glowy are the ones that I love to feel like. When I ever put masks on that don't make me feel that way, I'm I think I need to move on from this mask. By the way, I have not gone to get my eyebrows plucked since moving to Lyon. And that is one, because I've been super busy, but two, because I just don't trust. And I guess there's a bonus number 3, is that I don't know how to ask for this in French. My level of French is a A2, and I'm striving to get a little bit better for a B1. So I have yet to actually step into a hair salon, a nail salon, any sort of beauty, anything. So if you are in Lyon and you have a recommended nail salon, I actually passed by an OPI salon and my husband was like, you need to go in there. They look serious. So I might end up visiting an OPI nail salon to get my nails done, but I am dreadfully afraid of having my eyebrows waxed or threaded here because I just don't know the terminology well enough to ask for exactly what I want. And my husband works, so it's hard to get him to go with me because he doesn't have a lot of time to go with me to the salon in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week. So I am just randomly plucking my eyebrows, and hopefully I'm not plucking them too far away. Sometimes I get to plucking. Tell me if this is you in the comments where you start to pluck and then you just over pluck and then you can't stop and then it just is madness. So I'm going in here. I know my skin was moist, but I always love to use the Goldfaden MD Vital Boost. One, it's my daily skincare, one of my 3-step daily skincare routine. And then also it smells divine, just delicious. And this one is the Soft Focus Airbrush Concealer from HNB Cosmetics. And I actually bought this when I was in LA and I had no idea that it was from Europe. So I waited and waited and waited for this thing. I do under my eyes for concealer and I do my eyes as well. I've seen a lot of people recently doing like this eyebrow shaper effect with their concealer. Tell me in the comments if you shape your eyebrows with your concealer on the top and bottom, or just the like underneath of it that's like part of your eyelid. Because I think I might start doing this. I just kind of been putting it like all over my eyes, just because I feel like I have dark circles underneath, and then I feel like those dark parts extend into like the inner corners of my eyes. And so I just like to do what it says, which is like the complete airbrush of my eyebrows and of my eyes. Now the palette that I'm using is the Overlust Cheek Palette from NARS, but I'm gonna be putting it on my eyes because I just love all of their colors. And I do my eyebrows, but I don't like gel them up. Tell me in the comments if you have any sort of great experience with doing your eyebrows, because I feel like mine are a little sparse. I don't like filling them with any sort of filler because then I feel like they look too thick. You tell me, what is your go-to? Is it doing an eyebrow gel or whatnot? Anyway, so in the Overlust Cheek Palette, there's a few different colors. There's Tied Up, Deep Down, Drift, Let It Burn, Get Lost, and Body Talk. And then I also use this Clinique eye makeup palette. Now this one is one I've had for way too long, so it's probably expired, so I need to get another one. This one is called The Best of Black Honey, and it is, there's so many great shades, but I always use the like darker shade of brown in here. I think it's the one that's called Dark Shade From Day Into Date Duo. I think that's the one that it's called. I can't actually read the names very clearly on the back of it because I've had it too long, but I typically just put it on my hand because it comes out super, super dark, and I like to put it into the creases of my eyes. And I'm not like a big fan of doing like super, super dark makeup, especially because sometimes I don't want to go like really dramatic on Christmas because I feel like I'm probably not going out of the house to like go to an event or anything because we're typically wrapping presents the night of Christmas for my daughters. And so this is just really makeup for me, and then maybe for my husband to be like, ooh, you're doing it make all fancy, like one of those. You know the look. I'm just always about the look. And then maybe do something a little more dramatic for like a New Year's look. Like I feel like sometimes you can do party look for like holiday Christmas party, and sometimes do like not necessarily day makeup, but kind of like a little more muted for home Christmas party with the fam. Now this one I absolutely love. This is Rare Beauty, one of my go-tos for sure. This is actually their Soft Pinch blush, but I use it on my eyes too. I'm actually just using like a really thin brush to like draw it on, and then I'm gonna like pound it out. But I have the Bliss one that I actually need to get another one, and then also I have I think it's Encourage. I can't find it right now, but I have both of them. I typically use them on my cheeks, and I'll use the Bliss one on my eyes as well, just to put a little more like pinky kind of flavor on the top. But because it's that like Soft Pinch, which is like a wet type of cheek blush, I feel like I can do a little bit more with it and spread it around. Sometimes it doesn't always feel like with like regular eyeshadow, there's so much blending that goes on, and then with the wet one, I feel like I can put it on, and if I need to take a little bit off, I can typically do that. Tell me which colors are your favorites from the Rare Beauty line. I absolutely love Rare Beauty, Selena Gomez brand, and drop them in the comments because I definitely need to get another Bliss. But if you have a favorite shade, I probably will get that too, because I've had so much like fun using those products that I am definitely interested in getting another. This one's Huda Beauty. I think it's Huda Beauty. I think I'm saying it right. This is a palette that I know I got from Ipsy a long time ago. And this one's called Coral Obsessions. And the colors and the pigmentation, they're just so bright. But for this one, I just wanted to do something that was going to brighten up the inner parts of my corners of my eyes. So I used the yellow portion of the eyeshadow palette, it feels kind of like it's a burnt yellow, just to do some of the corners, just to kind of brighten it up from some of the pink, and then pull it into the rest of my eyebrow or eyelid. This is NARS. Absolutely love NARS. And this one I've had in my makeup kit for so long too. This is Orgasm. It's illuminating loose powder, and it is like the shine that I was gonna do for the top of my eyelids, because I wanted to do a little bit of shimmer. Now I put it onto my hand because sometimes I like pat it into the little palette, and there is so much that comes out, and then you just end up with like a sparkle eye. So I wanted to just dab a little bit on my the top of my hand to make sure that I didn't have too much on the brush. Tell me what your favorite like sparkle and shine is to put on your eyelids. Drop a comment, because I'm always looking for something that's going to give me a little sparkle, but that's not like over the top, because I'm not going to be on stage doing any kind of stage makeup anytime soon. And like I said, sometimes the sparkle gets everywhere. I know I should have just like packed underneath my eyes with some of my, oh god, what is it called? Yeah, I have this light medium setting powder, and I have the setting powder that I normally use from Rare Beauty, but I did not use it, so I was wiping all that away. But I definitely love doing eye makeup first before putting on the rest of my foundation. Tell me in the comments which organization do you do your makeup? Like, is it eyes first, or is it foundation first, or is it concealer first? Like, what's your order of priority when you do your makeup? Because for me, I've been seeing so many creators doing their eyes first, kind of like, hey, let me get this out of the way. If anything falls, then I'm able to like make the fix easier than if I have the foundation already on, or if I already have certain things going. Then it's easier to fix after the eyes are done. The other thing I've been seeing is a lot of creators like getting dressed and then doing makeup, and I'm like, honey, I would be sweating if I had already put my clothes on and then decided to do makeup. One, because I'm not a pro makeup artist, but I do feel like I have enough experience as a professional dancer doing my own makeup for stage that I feel like I am okay with it. But two, I get nervous when I'm putting on makeup. Like, I feel like if I'm not nervous, I'm not going to do a good job. It's almost the same as like being on stage. Like, if you don't feel a little like butterfly in your stomach, then for me, I use those nerves as like good energy. I have yet to master the little wing tip. I keep watching different creators do the wing tip. Mine don't come out like that. I don't know why, but I'm still trying to figure it out. So typically I just do an eyeliner that's just like pretty much straight. This one I'm using a wet liner, not just like a gel pencil or anything like that. So I used, pretty sure that is Luna Liner, which is the water resistant liquid eyeliner, and it's in black. I love wearing black on my eyes because I feel like brown doesn't always do it justice unless I'm doing brown like gel liner, because the eyeliner that I think doesn't actually work is the liquid eyeliner. When I put brown liquid eyeliner, it doesn't always come off. It doesn't like seem like as dramatic or like it actually does anything to make my eyes stand out. Okay, yes, the piece de résistance is, of course, My House Labs by Lady Gaga, which if you go back a few different videos on my profile, you will see that I struggled to get this all the way from the United States because I went to Sephora in Lyon. I went there and they did not carry it. And so I was so stressed because I was out of my foundation. I do have Rare Beauty foundation as well, and I love it. I combined two different colors from Rare Beauty, but I absolutely love My House Labs. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, like my face is getting happier and happier with the amount of House Labs that I'm putting on here, because it matches my face. And I think a lot of people who talk about the House Labs foundation are just so impressed, just like I am, that it matches my skin tone. I'm not trying to do anything extra with this foundation. It is just giving my skin this dewy glow, and I don't have to put a ton on my face to make it actually look like I am doing almost sometimes like a makeup no makeup look if I really do like very minimal amounts of this, because it matches my skin tone so much. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, these are the two colors that I have from Rare Beauty, the Soft Pinch Blush. the Bliss and the Encourage. So good. And I told you I use them as blush, of course, but I put them on where I have them kind of stacked, because one, the darker color I'm using kind of as this like edge underneath that gives me the contour that you would use if you're using just like a contour. A lot of people contour before they're doing their foundation. I particularly don't contour because I kind of do this like two soft pinch blush method, to where you kind of feel like it's a little bit of a contour with the darker color underneath the Bliss color. So tell me in the comments if you use blush to contour versus like a darker, I don't know, darker contour, or even like a tanning to contour. I actually just got a JLo product from her JLo Beauty line, and it's kind of like this glittery lotion. So I'm dying to use that this summer. I can't use it right now because it is winter and people would look at me funny. This one is actually the Fenty. Oh my god, I love this one because I needed some more sparkle. It's one of my favorites. It's the Killawatt What a Brat, and it is giving, she is shining like the top of the Chrysler building. It's pink, it's luscious, it's so cute and stunning, and yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. You see me. I'm in that mirror like nobody's business. But I love it, and I think sometimes, I don't know, like sometimes I just want to like put more on, and then I'm like, oh god, no, I would end up being like too sparkle coming down the base. This is my favorite from MAC. It's the cherry eyeliner, or excuse me, cherry lip liner. I have had this liner in, well, I should say not this specific one, but I have had multiple of this product in my makeup bag because I'm a red lip. Tell me in the comments if you are a red lip or a pink lip. I love pink lips. I actually think pink goes a lot with so many different things. I love the red lip, and I always, when I can do it, I always do it, because when I'm doing like pick up and drop off, I can't wear red lipstick, because if I'm kissing my kids, then, I mean, maybe with a matte, but I feel like, you know what, I'd be way overdressed to be like, red lip, let's go. So I did red lip for this occasion because I knew that I would at least be eating dinner before I would be like doing the kissy face. And then I broke out the Clinique. I can't talk anymore. I absolutely love this Clinique red. And the reason that I love it, it's called Cherry Pop, but it is a red with a pink undertone. So it doesn't look like Russian red or any of the deep reds that are out there, because it does still feel like there's a little bit of pink that gives underneath. It goes on very smooth, and I typically have to adjust because my lips are not symmetrical, but I absolutely love it. And I think if you're looking for a good red, this is a good one to try. Tell me in the comments which is your favorite red lipstick of all time, because this is definitely going on the top of my list. Okay, next up, last but not least, actually this is not last, this is almost last, is my newest MAC mascara. It's called MAC Stack, and I think it's all about the brush. Now, this is black, and I love the way that my lashes are set with this specific mascara. I love the Rare Beauty mascara as well. It's a different brush. This one feels like it's much more separating. The Rare Beauty one is thick and feels like it's giving you like gushes of eyelashes. This one is like, I'm going to separate you finely and distinctly, and each lash is going to be its own stunning moment. And it does the job for the top and the bottom. And of course, like many of you, I am definitely curling my eyelashes before all of this gets started. Sometimes people like to do that last. I like to do that as I'm getting started because I like to make sure that it's done and out of the way. And last but not least is my Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I absolutely love this. It's by Charlotte Tilbury, and it smells, oh my goodness, so good. It smells so good. If you don't have any, this is your reminder to go get your Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. The one I have is a mini, but they do have a full size. That's my look.